Welcome to this first look map tour with me, MrSealyp. Sussex Farm by Alien Jim. That's where we find ourselves on this first look map tour. Now for me, this is not a first look map tour. Not even close to a first look map tour, and I'll explain why in a moment. But before I do, there's something I just want to say. All the proceeds from this map that Alien Jim would have made, if you download it, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, get on Farming Simulator page, the same as modders get paid, YouTubers get paid, etc. for how many downloads. All the proceeds from this map Jim is donating to SOS Children's Villages. So very quickly, SOS Children's Villages, what do they do? More than 140 million children worldwide have lost one or both of their parents. When a child's world is turned upside down, SOS Children's Villages UK and globally work to give them a home and a family with siblings and a trained SOS parent. We provide communities where children can grow up from infancy to adulthood with quality education and medical care. Our emergency work ensures that children and their families coping with conflict and disaster receive immediate life-saving support, while our psycho-social and reintegration programs provide the care and skills to rebuild lives. We also advocate for children's rights and the improvement of quality care at international, national and local levels, encouraging children to have a voice in the decisions that affect them. A very worthwhile cause. Hats off to Jim. Awesome that he's doing this. So, moving on with the first look. Again, I say that slightly tongue-in-cheek because I have been incredibly lucky for a while. If you played on Spectacle Island, Jim's other map, you will have seen MrSealyp Farm. This was Jim's first map, although it's the second one to console. It was his first map made, and it was made for PC. I was lucky enough to get to know Jim quite well in the process of him making this map, and we chatted backwards and forwards, bouncing ideas off each other. I got to see this map, and in all honesty, when all there was this farmhouse, and it wasn't even this farmhouse looking like this. It was a farmhouse, and everything else around here was blank terrain. There was nothing. And gradually I saw pictures of it being built up and added to, and then Jim sent me a link to a video he'd put up, and it was drone footage of the map so far. And again, it wasn't how it is now, so I was part of that process of you know, in no way did I make the map. Jim made this map. This is all Jim. If I helped in any way, shape or form with ideas or anything like that, I feel very privileged to have done so. Jim is a great guy. Spectacle Island is a phenomenal map, and this is no different. This has been out on PC for a while. He's converted it to console. He's made quite a few changes. He's made quite a few sacrifices to get this onto console. But we'll talk through all of those in a minute. So, I'm here, and what's really cool about this is, when I saw this on PC, when Jim showed me and I saw the screenshots and I saw the video, one thing Jim said to me was, I'm just so sorry you won't get to play this unless you've got a PC. And here I am, standing on the map that I didn't think I'd be able to play. What Jim has done on this map is phenomenal, because he's integrated some things which again people said just couldn't and wouldn't be done. We're going to get to some of those too in a minute. So as far as the map goes, where do we start? We are up here, just north of Central. If we zoom back out again, Central is pretty much that roundabout there in the middle, so we're just north of Central. There are 3 farms on this map. There's Sussex Farm, where we are now. There's Abbott's farm, which is down here, the red one, and there's, let's just zoom in on it, Plumpton Farm, the blue one, just up there. We're going to get to all of them. I'm going to do a kind of anti-clockwise route around this map. I'm going to try and get in everything, and believe me, you don't want to miss it. There is some awesome stuff to be seen. So without further ado, let's get into the nitty gritty. This map is seasons ready. Snow masks. If you remember from Spectacle Island, a few people said they had issues with the bunkers. The bunker silos have been vigorously tested and should be fine. Trees have been thinned out to make it more playable, so the frame rate's not too bad on consoles. Although Jim has said this is almost a work in progress too. He thinks there'll be an update, or there will need to be an update, because what he submits into Giants is from his PC but console ready, and even he said looking at this today on his console, there are things that haven't come out particularly well. There's some pixel issues with the roads, he needs to adjust some bits and bobs, so there may well be an amendment to this. I've been talking to him actually some of this afternoon just to tell him how awesome it is, and we've had a bit of a chat backwards and forwards, so straight from the horse's mouth, people, I know what's happening, so all good. So into the farm itself. There are gold nuggets on this map, there are some unusual ones, some very large ones, and we come into the yard. I love this yard. It's spacious, there are drive-through sheds. I love a drive-through shed, better for those long vehicles and those horrible to reverse trailers. You start off with a lot of machinery, so we'll have a look at that now as well. We start off with a Hurleyman, a Lintner, a New Holland 8340, a Case 1455, a Valtra N Series, a JCB Fast Track. That's quite a few tractors to be starting off with. An array of machinery for a front loader. We've got a New Holland TC590 harvester, Agroliner trailer, the usual assortment of cultivators. Well, that one's like a subsoiler cultivator, fertilizer spreader, seeder, another fertilizer. Was that a seeder as well? Yeah, seeder, fertilizer spreader, weights, loading wagon, pickup, water trailer, 2 jet washes. Jim knows about jet washing. Yeah, we'll talk about that a bit later as well. Beehive, 3 greenhouses, which are dotted around the map too. So there's a lot to be getting on with, a lot to start you off with, and there are some other great surprises to come along the way. What I also like as well, I was fortunate enough to do one of my MrSealyp on tour farm visits, and I went to Jim's Oldstream Farm, and myself and Silage, my daughter, went and we did an episode on his farm. This is Jim's trademark colour scheme. He likes the green and the orange, so this vehicle and I think some of the front loader attachments are all in this colour as well, so pretty cool, I have to say. Moving around the yard, the other thing I like about this one, I mean, what I don't love, hang on, we're just in time, look up. We had air balloons on a map. We have a jumbo jet. Just listen and wait. One of those things we were told you won't get it on console. You can't have things like that on console. Jim's done it. Look, and it's awesome. Wow, I'm just blown away by that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, the yard. All sorts going on. We'll get to silo in a minute. Loads of storage. The sound effects on this map are just absolutely... oh, wow. Anyway, so as we move around the yard, we come around the side here. We've got our fertiliser and seed refill points. I like these because they're different. The racking around the side, it's a really, really good look. The farmhouse that we start off at is here. Next door's got a farmhouse, and in the back garden they've got a greenhouse. That's one of the 3 greenhouses. Water refill point just here. You can just see the roof of the greenhouse just there. That's usable and accessible from the road. What I like is all the animals are close together. We walked up the track down the side of the farmhouse. The chickens were just to the right. I should have pointed those out. I apologise. But we have got our pigs are just here, and you start with 5 of each animal. Now that's fantastic if you're playing regular. If you're playing seasons, you're going to have to get onto the food pretty sharpish if you don't want animals to start dying, but you do start with 5. We come in here into the pig barn. You've got the water trough just here, we've got our feed trough just here, and out the other side we've got our load, unload or purchase point just here, and next to it, very, very straightforward and easy to find, that's where you put your bed in. So we'll have no problems at all. I know often on maps people comment and message and say, where's the bed in, where's it go, I don't know how to find it. Slurry and manure point for the pigs just here. Right next door we've got cows. The bunker silo for the cows. Vigorously tested bunker silo. We've got feed trough down the front here. I think if I go around this side here, we've got our manure and slurry point just here. I did test actually as well. We've got feed trough here as well. I did test to see whether you can fill water up from... There's a lake over the back just there. We'll get to that later on. But you can't. There's plenty of water refill points all around the map. Unless there's anywhere else on the map you can fill them up from, but I couldn't find anywhere. So here on this side of the cow shed is the purchase point, loads and unload point, water refill point, and yeah, the straw bedding goes just in there. And the sheep are just around the corner and over there, which we're going to get to. So they're all very, very close to the main farm here at Sussex Farm. What fields do we start with? Well, we start with field 26 and field 11 here by Sussex Farm. You start with, where is it? I've lost it. Sorry, 6 as well. 6, 11 and 26. Field 34 down here by Abbott's farm. I think it's just the 4, I'm pretty sure. 34, 26, 11 and 6. I think are the fields we start with, yeah. Now, you can also notice on the map, we've got grass fields all around the map. Indicated with a G. Those are just for anyone to use. You don't have to buy those. There are placeable points all around this map as well with a P on them and concrete hard standings. Again, don't have to purchase those. I think there are 7 of those. 7 placeable points, which is pretty awesome. Really, really cool. Yeah, so 4 fields we start with. Round away from the main yard. I'm going to have to be... I just realised how quickly that... I love that. That sound, you always get it wherever you are, in a town or wherever, especially kind of in the evenings, night time. There'll be a motorbike or a car revving up a dual carriageway somewhere. That sounds amazing. Anyway, silo at the farm is here behind this barn, next to the pig shed. What's cool about this? Lever, press circle. As that lifts up, quality sound effects. Jim is a master at this. So there's your silo unload point, or loading into the silo, however you want to say it. And here is your point for loading into a trailer from the silo just here. The silo capacity is impressive. 500,000 litres. Perfect. Absolutely brilliant. As to what goes in it, there's even this tractor sounds, everything going on. Wow, this is a busy old flight path right over the top of the farm as well. Gold nuggets, there's a cluster there. They are dotted all over the place. Anyway, the Lintner's just here, and we've got the various different front loader attachments in Alien Jim's green. Loving it, loving it. Now, this and the orange, so the green and the orange go together. Wonderful. The barn, this I love. Automatic lights, but this is almost like you just got to see. How cool is that? Automatic lights, but as the doors open, it's almost like you get that blink, blink, blink as they come on. Start at the front, back, 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 and they'll come on. When I close the door, they'll go off again. How awesome! I cannot stop smiling. Honestly, when I saw this map being made, it was just brilliant. But the detail is just incredible. Oh no, I didn't even know this. I'm speechless. I'm honestly lost for words. Wow. Not sure what does that do. Whoa! You must drive as far forward as you can. This is to prevent the vehicle from entering sleep mode. If you stop too far back, then the vehicle will float in mid-air when bringing the car lift back down. Wow, that's just found that out. Didn't even know that. Oh, right, let's close that. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, that was shadows of birds flying over. Right, I've got to move on. I have to. I'm going to stay stuck in the main farm, and it'll be an hour into the first look, and I'll just be gawping and speechless and not knowing what to do with myself. There are so many awesome features. Sheep farm, or the sheep area, is round here, and they just roam free in the field, which I love. It's really cool. Wool pallet spawn point is just the side of this little building here. Purchase, load or unload point is just here. Feed and water troughs are either side of this building, just here. And that's sheep. I really do need to get around this map. Bear with me, I'll get back to the pickup. So as I said, side of the main farm that takes you up to the yard, the chickens are just here on the side. Pickup is around the front. Let's jump in that. Start it up. So here we are at Sussex Farm. I'm going to go anti-clockwise. So at the moment, that is north, that's east, that's south, and that's west. We're going to head west. Fields have contracts on them. There's so many great features. The detailing, the rocks, the hedges, alien gyms, usual. Awesome signposting is everywhere. There's the greenhouse in the next door neighbour's yard. Scarecrow, what we've got, pumpkins. Watermelons, wow. Cabbages, lettuce, and greenhouse just there. I think they're all tomato greenhouses as far as I'm aware. So, let's head down this main road. Placeable area on the right hand side. Undulations, I love an undulation, me, you know that by now. And so does Jim. Windmill up on the hill. Just here. Stunning views of the surrounding area. And they are stunning, I mean, it is brilliant. I am honestly now racking my brains. Can I fit in a third Let's Play? Because I really, really want to. The sweep down the hill, the fact the field follows the... So, straight ahead of us, we're going to go to the Livestock Market. I say straight ahead. I'm going to follow the road round. It's windy, it's not all straight. I know that some of the fields are... Well, some of the fields, all the fields are squares or rectangles, but there's plenty of room around them for expansion. Loads of grass areas, you'll have no shortage of grass or hay. This is it, look, first awesome feature. Tunnel! Oh my god, it's brilliant. Not a train tunnel, a vehicle tunnel. Normally the tunnel's put on the edge of a map and that's where everything stops. Oh look, another plane. Wow. So, into the Livestock Market we shall go. Sussex Livestock Market, look at that sign. Fantastic. Now, awesomeness continues. Rather than one purchase point, you've got one for sheep, we've got one for pigs, and we've got another one over here for the cows. We've also got, wait for it people, buy manure. A purchase point for manure, finally on a map. I know we had the placeable Sengstock slurry. We have got a purchasing manure point. I am over the moon. Awesome. Bale and straw sell point is also here. That's happy days. Anyway, I've got to move on. I've got to move on. So much to see in so little time. So out of here, onto the dirt road, following the signpost. It does say vehicle shop, but the sawmill is also around here. So onto this side of this field here. This gets a little bit bumpy and rocky around here, so I need to be careful. There is no shortage of trees, and one thing Jim has noticed, he said, because I play on PS4 Pro, he's on PS4, or he's got PS4, and he said he's noticing a lot of frame rate issues, and he thinks it might be the amount of trees. So he may well, in the update, if he does an update, he may take some of the trees out. So don't get too happy with your logging until an update comes out. So that way, Livestock Market, this way Sawmill, up the hill there will take you to the vehicle shop. We're going to go down here. Here's the next thing they said, couldn't be done. And this is brilliant. Wait for it. Mud. Proper mud. Now admittedly the vehicle's not getting stuck in it, but that's mud. I'm sorry, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Right round to the sawmill. So round to the left hand side of the sawmill we've got our lumber sell point. And on this side of the sawmill we've got our chip sell points. That's your sawmill. Brilliant sound effects, with all the different sound effects going on, with planes and cars in the distance and motorbikes, and it all combines together to just give it a really realistic, immersive feel to it. It's brilliant. So I'm going to head back round and head up the hill, back through the mud which has filled up the rear trailer bed, or truck bed I think. Up the hill, more rocks. This would be better in a tractor I think than the pickup. Over the fallen tree. Top of the hill. Now that sign says down to sawmill and livestock. I can go left or right. I'm going to go right here. So I'm heading, the shop is right there. I'm going to get to that in a moment. So I'm now heading to the western edge, or towards the western edge of the map. And we're going up to the airport. I was going to say the airport, the airstrip. The airstrip is just up here. Another just awesome feature, and this is something you don't see very often. I mentioned this before. US maps, US flags everywhere. Excuse me, UK maps don't seem to get them. There's the Union flag flying high. Don't get that very often. Awesome. Helipad, just in case. Built for the airport. Fuel, we've got some planes in the hangars. We've got one waiting to take off. Jim is an absolute legend. I mean, absolute. Now, ready for the next cool bit. I just can't stop smiling. I really can't. Air traffic control tower, albeit a small one. It's a small airstrip for light aircraft. That jumbo jet that keeps going over doesn't take off from here. That comes from somewhere else. If we go into here, now these strips here, the usual black and yellow ones are for all the different interaction points for console. The black and white ones are things that for PC that aren't all enabled. That said, if I put this on, top left hand corner, standing in that square, it says turn air traffic off. So if you get to a point where that jet flying over is driving you nuts and you don't want it there anymore, why that would happen I have no idea. If I press circle, I can turn it off, so it won't fly over anymore. It's been diverted. We've got on the radio and said, you know what, divert east or south or wherever. Come back onto it, press it again, and the jet's back on again. That is an awesome touch. So, oh, look at the size of that gold nugget. That's just awesome. Anyway, right, back in the pickup. This first look could definitely end up being like an hour and a half long. Start the engine. It easily could be an hour and a half long. Right, so back out onto this road here. This brings us onto the main road. If we jump out to the larger map, we are on the western side of the map, about a third of the way up, and we're coming up to a roundabout and the vehicle shop. So, just here, into the vehicle shop. Jim did ask me about the colour scheme on this. Way back when, was the white and light blue okay? And I love it. I think it's brilliant. Look, they've even got a security guard in the booth. Cameras. Another placeable area just off to the left. Look at that big bud picture. Oh man, oh man, man, man. Right. Purchase point just there. Vehicles will spawn out here in front. Your configuration or selling point for vehicles is just there in that little building here. Oh, MOTs. Vehicle testing station. Nice. If you need your Ministry of Transport test done on your vehicle, this is where you need to come. I don't know if do you have that in the US or anywhere else around the world? We have to have MOTs on our vehicles to make sure they're roadworthy. I don't know. Right, so this is what I said about going anti-clockwise. Rather than going left now and heading east, we're going to carry on west and then a little bit south. The sign here says Sawmill, Livestock. Done those already. Abbott's Farm, that's where we're heading to next. Some of this is quite steep. We're right up on a hill here, which overlooks a lot of the map, down to the sea, which is over that direction. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Right. So, just as we get here, this is incredibly steep. You need hill descent control. I like the fact there's a mix between big wide open areas, these bits here with the walls quite tight in, there's fences and hedges. If you go up the hill there's more forest, more woodland up there to be looking at and dealing with and chopping down. If we go this way, I think it's this way. It is. We come to Abbott's Farm. This is the second of the farms on the map. Well, it depends on which order you do them in. Seed fertiliser and liquid fertiliser refill points just here. Some more of the machinery that's dotted around. We've got our case there. We've got another workshop inside here. Another jet wash. Jim remembers when we did our farm visit. Silage, my daughter, who does my farm visit videos with me, is obsessed with cleaning tractors. So there we go. Right, out of Abbott's Farm. I love the barns. You've got these brick ones. There's a distinct different feel to each one, and that's great. The brick walls. There's so much different about this map. So many things that stand up, stand out. But even this, the lined road leading up to. Anyway, fields left and right. I mean that's obvious. 34 we own, or Abbott's Farm owns anyway. And we come into the little village. Now what we're going to do is head left first before we head round to the marina. There's a couple of things we need to look at to the left. Then we're going to head round there. Point of note, sell points on this map. All the sell points are timed. You can only sell during working hours. Nice. Farm dog's just chipping in just for the sake of it. Anyway, big old forest here. I say it says wood, but there's plenty to be cutting down. If forestry is your thing, especially on seasons when the price is good, you're going to make a nice bit of money. This goes for quite a way. It is encircled by roads, but there's a little lake just over that direction. Pathways all around, so if you fancy a walk around the lovely woodland before someone comes and cuts it all down, get in there quick is my suggestion. So heading back up out of the town here on the right side of the road, or sorry, the correct side of the road for the UK, we've got a Spar supermarket, we've got a fuel station, car wash, water refill point in those green containers just over there. Fuel prices, wow, that's pretty good, Jim, I have to say. I'm paying about 123 I think at the moment for diesel. It's outrageous. We've got a pub on the left hand side. On the right hand side we've got jump fence. Solid wall. This is your wall sell point, but it's closed at the moment. It's only 7:16 in the morning. If I put on my window again, opening hours 8 till 6. Now, not everyone's going to like that, and it was something Jim asked me about, and I liked it on Goral, whatever the map was called. I thought that was a nice touch and adds a little bit more realism, because these places would not be open 24 hours a day. So I think Jim kind of took the idea and went with it. So rather than go back onto the main road now, the main road left will take you back up to the vehicle store at the top, and if you go round in front of that kind of outcrop that's there, that takes you back around to the sawmill. We're going to head this way around towards the marina. There's a few things to look at on the way around here. Nice little old phone box and post box just there. Through the town. And on our right hand side we have got a sell point. This is a sell point for eggs. And this is fruit and veg. This is, again, I love this. This is such a nice touch. I'm sure that's the guy from Hitman, isn't it? Certainly looks like it. 2 more greenhouses. These are the second and third greenhouse that you start with. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is speed up time, and I'm going to show you why. So I'm turn up to 120. The store doesn't open yet. I think it opens at 8 o'clock. Watch what happens when the store opens at 8 o'clock. Just brilliant. The lady turns up, she opens up her stall, she puts out her fruit and veg. The egg sell point appears, ready for selling eggs. That is so good. And at the end of the day, it all gets packed away again and she disappears. I mean, wow. Okay, let's start this up again. Oh, if you're not impressed with Jim yet, I mean, the whole Spectacle Island thing, cleaning the yards and clearing the trees off the fields, and that was just brilliant. This is next level stuff. I mean, it is, yeah, awesome. Anyway, right, so we move along, heading towards the marina still. On the right hand side, this is brilliant. My daughter's over the moon. My daughter, Sealy EG, has her own bakery. Jim did this way back. Sealy EG Bakery. She couldn't be happier. That's her avatar from PlayStation. So Jim gave her her own bakery. Bakery Sell Point just here to the side. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Honestly, you made a young girl incredibly happy with that. Just brilliant. So if I carry on down this little side turning here, this is the one slight disappointment from me, but I can't really grumble. I had Cdp Farm on Spectacle Island. Now here on the left hand side, this is Cdp Sell Point. This was originally Cdp Brewery, and Jim said when it was submitted to Giants, the whole thing to do with alcohol, etc., it had to be removed. So whilst the little brewery still stays and the sell point is here, it just says Cdp, it doesn't say Cdp Brewery. All those black signs had a little sign on the original. I think on PC it's still there, and out the front it had big like barrels and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I'm gutted if I'm honest, but I knew it was there. 2 more placeable points, one here and one here. What's also really cool, my brother will love this. My brother has a YouTube channel called Man Cave Beer Reviews, and here, Man Cave, just brilliant. There's something for everyone going on here. So, continuing. Can you tell I'm smiling? I'm just grinning from ear to ear. So this is going to be a slightly longer one, I think. So, round to the right. When we get to this roundabout, we're heading to the marina, so we need to go round and this way, I think. Nice little burger van here. Food truck invasion, the Wandering Grill. If you want something burger-ish, hot doggy, that's where you want to go. I like the fact the road's all named as well. High Rock Road. There was Abbott's Road, I think, or Abbott Road. Anyway, so, continuing. So as we head down now, and we are now in the southeast corner of the map, right down the bottom. On the right hand side now we've got the biogas plant, which is just here. Up the hill, grass fields in front of us, biogas power. Love the signage. Jim's attention to detail with signs and things is just, it's brilliant. It really, really is great. But we've also got an unloading silage point, not a digester that's high up off the ground. As far as I'm aware, I may need to check this with Jim. I think you can tip with a trailer into this. You don't need to have a loader, but again, you can close that down if you want to. Sound effects brilliant on that. Two big bunker silos and now digestate tank just over to the back there. As Jim said, these have been heavily tested. There should be no issues with leaking, seepage or anything like that. So back out and down to the marina. Now this is another brilliant, there's a lot of brilliant features, don't get me wrong. So Sussex Port, look, security guards, they've even got all the security gear on. It looks like a proper security guard. So the Marina Sale Point is just over here. So there's your Marina Sale Point. Again, just wow. Wow. I don't think those move, do they? Are they just lights, or are they like those barrier things that come up or something? Don't know. Again, Union flag flying. Why am I not calling it the Union Jack? As far as I'm aware, it's the Union flag. It's only referred to as the Union Jack when it's flying on a ship, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right on that. Anyway, so Sussex Port. The other way it says, nice little touch, Spectacle Island, imports and exports. If you're doing a let's play, you want a bit of a narrative, that kind of thing going on, come around here, and this is your import, or this is your sell point, just here. But the ship, honestly, the ship leaves at 3 o'clock every day. Wow. I haven't actually sped up time to do that yet. But there are ships in the harbour. There's like a liner outside. Brilliant. Just, yeah. Right, back onto the main road. I've still got so much to show you. Actually, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? Bear with me. Three o'clock. There it goes. Is there no limit to what this man can do? Off it goes to Spectacle Island. I hope you're strapped in, because this is now going to be like a 3-hour first look. That is so clever. So clever. Wow. Where it goes after that I'm not too sure, but you know, I could sit there and watch that all day. Anyway, right, 1 second. Put it back in real time. So, continuing. Heading north up the eastern side of the map. We have another fuel station on the right hand side. There are a couple of roads that cross across the map, east-west, that join up some of the other roads. On the right hand side here, oh, we've got the garden centre with the sell point, which is just here. I think that's a manure sell point, I think. So there's your sell point, more seed, fertiliser and liquid fertiliser refills if you need them. No shortage of those around the map, so we shouldn't have a problem at all. Carrying on. Oh, right, thought I'd gone too far. If I turn right now, signs say buy and sell slurry. Can it be true? And look at this, look, this is just crying out for a storyline, isn't it? Crying out for a storyline. More big fields on the right hand side here. As we turn in, we have got, just honestly, slurry out, you can buy slurry. Slurry in, you can sell slurry. So straight off the bat, even if you haven't got enough animals producing slurry or manure, you can buy it and you can sell it, both of them, so you can get those slurry spreaders going, those muck spreaders going. Brilliant. If you're on PC, you're incredibly lucky, because this is something, I found this and I messaged Jim straight away and thought, oh no, this here, trouble is it's another black and white one. If you come over to this with this on, it says process silage top left hand corner. If you dump manure in here and then you click on that where it says process silage, unfortunately it doesn't work on console. It makes the sound, so you put manure in there, it processes it, and silage comes out this end. So you can make silage from manure. The fact you've got a manure purchase point as well, you can make silage that way. So if you're on PC, happy days. Moving on. This is brilliant. Jim sent me pictures of this empty. Yeah, anyway, I've got... yeah, oh, I'm so torn now. I've got all of these ideas buzzing around in my head now, things I can do. Anyway, right. I'm headed to Plumpton Farm now. I want to say Plumpton, I don't want to get it wrong. If I come up the hill, there's a lamppost and an entrance to the field just here. If I come in here, across the grass, I can get to the back of it. But I'm going to show you something else again. Wow, 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 wow. If I drive down here, there's cones. Why they're cones? Because there's a hurleyman stuck in the mud. And I pulled up and thought, no way. This is when I first realised Jim had got the mud thing working on console. I thought, yeah, but obviously that's just stuck there, isn't it? That's just plonked in the mud, just for show. Oh no. This is not just for show. This is a fully drivable tractor. Well, that does get deep. But anyway, you've got to be kidding me. I was just about to say, the thing about it is though, you can't really get it stuck. Oh, maybe. But anyway, I'll leave that there until someone comes to collect it. But, I mean, seriously. Seriously. Right, carrying on. Up the hill. It's so good. We come to this little road here. So we're heading north again and we come to Plumpton Farm. Again, a real distinct, different feel and different look to it. I love the fact you've got all different crops and things growing. You've got, look, that's even spraying. The animations are great. Really, really, really great. More seed, fertiliser, refill. You've got, I think that's straw and bale sell point there as well. What you've also got is giving you, there you go, sell point. You've got He's even given you some chaff. There's about 41,000 litres I think there. So even start off with some chaff. A couple more of the tractors here. So if you want to run a kind of 3-farm storyline, let's play. It's all going on. It's all going on. I'm just trying to work out if I can fit this all in time. I hope so. Now, next great touch. There are going to be things I've missed. I know there are. And Jim will be cursing me for missing them, but I'm really sorry. You've got a little scrapyard here. The scrappies. So you've got a scrappies here. Nice little touch, isn't it? All this scrapped material and vehicles, some heavy plant stuff here, vans and cars. Here's the thing. Should your vehicle get stuck, should your vehicle end up somewhere you don't want it to be, and should you need to be, let's say, recovered from wherever you are on the map, or as we like to refer to it in farming simulators terms, reset. This is where your vehicle resets to. It doesn't reset to the vehicle shop, it doesn't reset your farm, it resets to the scrapyard. That's brilliant. Such a clever idea. Something different. It's been recovered, it's been brought here by the scrappies. You need to come and collect it before they scrap it, basically. Anyway. There's more. There is more. Don't think I'm done yet. There are things I can't show you. I'm just not going to have the time to. Search, have fun, look around this map. You're going to find some brilliant things. Just like on Spectacle with the bear, which has now got cubs. Down on the left there by the lake, there's a guy on one of the little jetties with a dog fishing. Yeah. Cannot stop smiling. So if I now head north again, we're almost there. My timer's saying to me, hurry up. Another fuel station, petrol station. So, get ready for it. Another tunnel. A longer one this time. So we come out the other end of the tunnel. So at the other end, that rocky outcrop, cliffside, round this little roundabout here, and we come to Sweet Potato. This is another sell point, and I assume this is for your root crops. Oh, that's the other thing. This map is, I said it was seasons ready and snow master, whatever. This will also do sugarcane on this map, so you can do. I know a lot of people say you can't do sugar beet and sugarcane, it won't let you. This one you can. Jim did say to me it's enabled, so it's all good to go. So that's Sweet Potato Sell Point. If I go around this little roundabout here and round off here onto this dirt track, it takes me up again, different levels, lots going on. Up this dirt track here. Sorry if I appear to be speaking quickly. Two really big fields up the back here. This is the northern part of the map. Some absolute monsters up here. Almost separated completely from the rest of the map. If you didn't come through this tunnel, you'd never know that, well, apart from looking at the map, you'd never know they were here. But anyway, if we go down this little dirt track here, if I've done this right, and I hope I have, we should sweep down the hill. Jim does like his precarious tracks down hillsides and mountains. Was that more mud? I think... Whoa! More mud. It was more mud. So I managed to get myself out. So if I carry on down this hill, as I was trying to before I ended up precariously balanced on the edge of a minor cliff, we come back down to the farm. Sheep on the right hand side. Back up to the little entrance into the back of Sussex Farm. And into the yard. Back where we started. I love it. I honestly, I haven't got enough nice things to say about this. There are not words to describe. I think I said this about Oakfield. I think I said it about the West Coast. This is a triumph. It is a brilliant map with some awesome features. You know, the tunnels, the aircraft, the mud, you know, the levers, the ship that goes at 3 o'clock, the fruit and veg stall that opens at a certain time and the woman appears and sets stuff up, the undulating terrain, the different textures, that it just... I think, like I say, Jim did say the roads, if you drive around, the roads all look like they've all been freshly tarmacked. And I think Jim said there was an issue with pixels needed to be raised or lowered, something like that. But, you know, it's a minor thing on the scale of just how truly brilliant this map is. Truly brilliant. And you know what? That's it from me. That's the first look map tour done. I know it was a real whiz round towards the end. I realised I was running out of time and I started to panic, and I apologise for that. I haven't noticed any frame rate drops going around here. Maybe you have. I am playing on PS4 Pro. Whether that makes a difference or not, I don't know. It's glorious. It is a thing of beauty. Wow. Honestly. Jim, thank you for allowing me to be part of the process. Thank you for allowing me to help you make some decisions, and even if they were minor things, I just feel incredibly privileged. So while we watch that jet go over, that would never happen on consoles, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful and informative to see where things are, what they do, how they work. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, please be my guest. Get on there, download this on the mod hub, download it from Farming Simulator, PC, console, Xbox, whatever you want to do. Whatever you should choose to do. From me, and I know from Alien Jim, thanks for watching.